Aloha, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's author Joe Holt. Another fireside chat for you today. I have a very special guest. Her name's Killer Queen. Aloha.
Hi.
It's awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here.
We've talked about it for a while, and I remember meeting you months ago, and for
Yeah,
some reason, we just never put this together yet. So I'm happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here too. Oh man, I'm just like a little flustered right now.
No way. Don't even worry about it. The questions are super easy. We always start with the same couple questions. The first one, your name is Killer Queen R. So
Yep.
if you could explain how you came up with your name and what it means to you, I would greatly appreciate it.
All right. Well, Killer Queen is from uh the song "Killer Queen" by Queen. I've always liked the song growing up. My dad's always gotten me into like Queen. What are some like the Cars? Like classic rock stuff like that. I
For
call it
sure.
classic rock. Other people call it like rock or oldies.
I call it
And
classic
then
rock. I know what you
yeah,
mean.
I call
Yeah.
it classic rock too. Um, and then the R is just the first initial of my first name.
Makes sense. Would you like to share what that name is?
My name is Rachel.
Well, aloha, Rachel.
Hello.
I always like to ask because the whole idea with fireside chats is, when we're streaming, a lot of times, we're just a little head floating in the corner of the screen, right? And mainly what they're
Yeah.
seeing is the game, or whatever it is we're streaming. So the thing with fireside chats, what we're trying to do with this live podcast is just humanize the streamer, right? We want to get to know who
Yeah.
you are as a person and the things that make you tick, and there's always something that we can all contribute to the greater good and knowledge. So that's kind of the ideas. Help new streamers. Maybe there's something we know that we could pass on to them. So Killer Queen is a nod to the incredible band Queen, an incredible songwriter Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
I've been a huge fan my whole life, so I for some reason I didn't put it together though. So
No? Oh
no,
man.
no, no. All
I
right.
think there was someone told me the other day if it was like Killer Queen, something to like maybe Joyce or something. I forget. I didn't get it, to be honest, but I was like, "No, it's by Queen."
All right, all right. So then the second question we always ask, and it's a two-part question. Oh, if
Okay.
you missed that, Cyber Grinder, the question, the R behind Queen is for her first name, which is Rachel.
Yes.
Yes. So if you missed that, you maybe need to pay more attention because it's we literally just said that.
Yeah.
Love you, Cyber buddy. Love you, buddy. All right. So second question. It's a two-part question,
Okay.
and they go together. So it's when did you start streaming, and also what got you into streaming?
Uh, my first official starting day of streaming was April 27th, and honestly, what got me into streaming was just being a viewer here on D Live for a month and just watching other streamers and how welcoming the community is here.
Hmm.
Like when PewDiePie announced that he was coming over here, I jumped over within a matter of minutes to check out the platform because he said that he was going to be over here in like a week. So it like gave everybody like his following like time to come over and check it out. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna check out this platform. And I found you and Sean Hawk right off the bat. And from there I just started watching other people and I'm just like, these people are so friendly. I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna actually stream. And I've never streamed in my life. I play video games and I was just like, I can really get along here with a lot of people.
So you're actually the first guest that I've had on the show now that came over with PewDiePie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you may don't hate me for this, okay? But I had never heard of PewDiePie before he came to D Live.
Oh, wow.
I
Uh,
followed LT Zonda from Twitch over to D Live in January.
oh.
Yeah, so you were a fan of PewDiePie's videos, or how did you know about him?
Um, honestly, I don't even remember how I, like, found him, but, like, I started watching his YouTube videos of, like, oh, I think I found him through Mr. Beast.
Hmm.
Um, I was watching a couple of PewDiePie's videos, and, like, towards, like, the middle of one of his videos, that's when he announced that he was gonna be streaming exclusively on DLive, and I'm just like, "What is DLive?" Like, I thought you were on Twitch, and then, like, I went back, like, a couple months on his videos, and he said that he was banned from Twitch. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I checked out DLive, it said it was decentralized, and I was like, "Okay, this is definitely up my alley."
Wait, so PewDiePie was banned on Twitch? I hadn't heard
Yeah,
that.
I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
important really, but
yeah, no.
so when you came to hey, there's a long lost friend. I hope you're well, my brother, Fatty B53. Um, when you came to D Live, what about D Live said to you, "Hey, I want to try this in terms of streaming"?
Um, it was pretty much just how friendly everybody was. Like, I was a viewer for a month, and I just like went around and I would chat with different streamers, chat with the people in their streams, and I was surprised about how friendly they were. And I got to be honest, out of curiosity, I did make a Twitch account.
Hmm.
And I went over there and, I tried chatting to some of them, and it's just like some of the streamers there do not pay attention to their chat.
Oh.
And that's what turned me off. I'm like, okay, well, then I'm just not going to talk to you. Like,
Mm.
it was just the streamers here, they are welcoming and friendly, and, you know, they, they like their community. They pay attention to their community.
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
heartwarming.
Well, not same thing for me. You know, I found D Live, like I said, quite by accident because LT Zonda moved over from Twitch, and I was like the same like you. I was an observer for the first couple months that I was on D Live, and I realized there was such an incredible amount of beautiful people, right? Like you said,
Yeah.
loving, kind, family and
I
friends, right?
I feel like there are more beautiful souls over here, if that's the word I wanna use,
Hmm.
co compared to on any other platform that I've tried to talk on, like, to other streamers.
Yeah, exactly. And like when I came to D Live, same thing as you. I had never streamed. I didn't know anything about streaming. I had no
Yeah,
intentions of streaming.
same, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like that daily content. You go to other people's channels for their content, but then what you realize with D Live is it's like the audience, the viewers are having their own thing. We got our own conversation. We're just like
Yeah,
the stream is just somewhere for us to hang out, you know?
yep,
And
yeah,
so it's kind of funny because we all seem to move around to the same, couple dozen streamers on it every day. So you're just getting to hang out with your friends.
yeah, it's basically it's like the friends, they turn into family.
Exactly. Yeah. We say that a lot, right? The D Live
D-Live
family.
fam, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So in the time that you've been on D Live, did you start gaming or were you gaming before?
I was slightly gaming before, D-Live, like small games. I don't know if you would call them small games, but like I was playing Fable and Fable 3 on the Xbox 360, and God of War. I want to say there might have been another game, but think those are the top three that I could think of right now.
And what, like, Fable? I don't actually have any experience with that game. Is that an RPG?
Oh man, I haven't played it in so long. Um, is it? Oh Lord. I'm having a brain fart on this game right now.
Okay, we could talk about
Yeah.
something else.
Oh, another another major game was World of Warcraft.
Hmm.
I'm heavily into World of Warcraft.
Nice. I put 10 years into that game.
Nice.
10. And
I've only put in just like 14 months into that game now,
you
so
say only like that's not more than a year. That's
it,
more
it
than a
is
year
it
of
is
your
over
life.
here.
That's a
But
lot.
it's not as long as like a lot of people that I know have put into the game.
Now, here's how you know if we're going to be friends. Okay? You ready?
Hoarder Alliance.
Yes.
Horde.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. All
I,
right,
I have
good.
a Horde t-shirt, and if I was to move and actually like I have a Horde rug
Oh,
right in my
nice.
living room.
Oh man. Okay, I don't know if I
Yeah.
wasn't that, into it, but awesome. Awesome.
Well, my apartment had to get redone, and there was like major water damage, and so they took out the carpeting and whatnot, and they put down like these laminated looking hardwood
Mhm.
floors, and they were gray. I'm like, what can go with this? And I just happened to like be scrolling through my Facebook one day, and there was an advertisement for World of Warcraft merch, and there was a black and gray rug, and it was for the Horde. I was like, sold. It, it, it went with everything. I was like, my my living room is black, gray, and white with silver. So I was like, it's perfect.
Nice. That's awesome. I did 10 years of EverQuest, then 10 years of World of Warcraft, and in the middle of those 20 years threw in 10 years of RuneScape.
What is that? RuneScape?
RuneScape, it was like an old school kind of you got to fish and farm and shear sheep and build castles, but it was like old school graphics. I think they're on to
Oh,
like RuneScape 3 now or something. It's Anyway, I'm old. We can skip that stuff. So
and
so
we're
so,
both old.
so oh, and I can see a kitty cat in the background. I like animals.
Oh
Does
yeah,
your
yeah,
cat have
yeah.
a heart on its chest?
It's actually like the Superman patch.
That's
It
so cool.
it's yeah, his name is Heisenberg. He's 5 years old.
Heisenberg. The
He,
Heisen based on the Heisenberg principle?
uh Walter White's alter ego. He's actually meowing right now.
Yeah, here he's coming up. He heard you say his name and he came in from the kitchen.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so awesome.
I see him.
Sorry, I'm easily distracted by
It's fine.
squirrels and anything fuzzy really, cats, dogs.
Yeah,
So
he's
so
coming right on up.
so since you've been on D Live, do you do chat? Do you just game? Like, what's your thing? What do you like to do?
Um, I I haven't really done an actual just chatting. Sorry, here comes my cat.
That's
I think
okay.
he's about to make an appearance.
Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy? No? Okay. Um, I haven't actually done like a chat alone stream. I do majority of my chatting with my gaming.
Mm,
Um, I don't know. I just like to what's the word I'm looking for? Multitask.
mm, indeed. So
Yeah.
what games are you playing? What are you streaming these days?
I've been doing a lot of PUBG Mobile, World of Warcraft, Dead by Daylight. Just
Wow.
looking over. I got Outlast. What else do I have? Overwatch. There's Smite, Fortnite. Um, about to get into Sea of Thieves.
So it definitely could say variety streamer.
Yes, definitely. Since coming to D Live, there's been so many games I've downloaded. I'm just like, okay, yeah,
Actually,
I can do this.
me too. I think I had like 6 games on Steam, 5 games, and now there's like just a list I have to scroll through already. What's
Yeah, I'm not on this on the scroll list yet, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there.
Well, it's interesting too because it's not just me buying them all. I've had a number of streamers give me games. Like,
Yeah, the gifts. Yeah,
yeah, the free gift keys for games. I didn't realize how prevalent that was within streaming.
I didn't know you could do that. I have a Human Fall Flat that was gifted. So that it's a funny game.
Yeah, and I've had a number of games gifted to me, like Tuna Surprise, or not Tuna Surprise, sorry, Wild Goose has gifted me a couple games. But I think he just gives me games that he wants to laugh at me and watch me play so he can laugh. Like one of them
Yeah.
is called Cluster Trucking, and you have to
Oh,
say that
what?
carefully. But it's basically like 18 wheelers just tearing around like a herd of cattle, and you've got to jump from like one truck to the other and try
Oh
not to
man.
die. Yeah, it's one of the most stressful streaming days of my life was playing that game.
It almost sounds like X Factor, but like not eating like wild stuff.
Well, there's so like a totally accurate battle simulator. Have you heard of this one? Tabs.
No.
So it's like playing with rubber guys that like twist and bend and like are all like goofy and silly, but you put a bunch and then they totally like it's the most ridiculous stuff ever, but it's fun. It's funny and entertaining. All kinds of games like that. See, Tabs is my favorite. Yeah. And all these games I found by being a streamer on D Live and by watching other streamers.
Yeah, and like, you also have like that browse section. So
Hmm.
it's like if you ever want to find another game, you just go through the browse list of DLive and you're just like, well, this looks interesting. And then I look up like a YouTube video.
Hmm.
So like what was it? Warframe, for
Hmm.
example. I I saw one person, maybe two people playing it. So I looked up a YouTube video and I was like, "Ooh, this looks good." So I got that one too. Just have not played it yet.
Yeah, I it's well known amongst my audience. I can potato any game. Like,
Potato, what does that mean?
oh, screw it up, mess it up. Like being a
Oh,
potato is not it's not good if you're a potato.
oh
Um
no.
I like I am not I played I'm 40. When I was young, we had Atari, we had Nintendo, right? I've worked my way up over the years, but I quit gaming for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And so D Live's actually gotten me back into gaming again. But I started streaming on D Live because of the audience, because I wanted to have this conversation with other streamers and get to know the D Live community.
Yeah.
You
I
know, so I wanted to ask you about that. So I'm medically retired, disabled. You know, it took me a long time to be functional, um, and I live alone. So a big part of streaming that I found for me was it opened up the entire world for friends, right?
yeah.
For new friends and like they become family because we have video conversations, we have chats daily. You know, we care about each other and look up after each other. So for me, D Live has given me an extended family and friends, right? And I'm
Yeah.
forever grateful. So how has it affected your life in the last few months that you've been on D Live?
It's honestly it's giving me more of a drive to just like to get up and talk about talk about like people with disabilities can play games and like whether you're streaming or not streaming, like uh how can I um
Well,
like there
let's start at the beginning because
okay.
if people have if they've never met you, if they've never seen your stream, they may not know what your disability is. So, like, I watched you stream for a while, and it wasn't obvious to me you even had a disability um, for a while, right? So,
Yeah.
if you don't mind talking a little bit about that, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Well, first off, I am a quadriplegic. Um, I had broken my neck in a car accident almost 12 years ago now. I was 18 at the time when it happened. And um yeah, it was just like it was a really, really long road of recovery where I had to find myself again. So I feel like D Live is opening me up even more as a person. Even though it's been 12 years since my injury, it's like finding a new layer of myself,
Hmm.
so
And
to speak.
for those in the audience who might not know, what does it mean to be a quadriplegic?
So there's two different there's a quadriplegic and paraplegic. Quadriplegic is when like all four of your limbs are affected by an injury, and paraplegic is when only two of your limbs, mainly just your legs,
Mm.
are affected by an injury. For me, I broke the C5. It's like high up in the neck area. It wasn't a complete break, so they classify it as an incomplete quadriplegic. So that's why I'm still able to like move my arms.
Hmm.
But because the injury was up so high, I don't have like finger movement.
Mm.
Like I have like fists. I don't
So
know.
your fingers are always in that shape.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So I have to like adapt like every game to like key like certain key bindings and whatnot. I mean, it's not that difficult. It is a learning curve for sure. Uh, definitely depending it's like on it varies with each game. Like for instance, like I had to learn how to play PUBG Mobile and Fortnite with the camera on my mouse, which I'm not used to because the camera for World of Warcraft is the arrows on the keyboard.
Hmm.
So it's just a little weird. And
Well,
then
so are you using custom gear to game, or are you using a regular mouse and keyboard?
no, I adapted myself to work with keyboard and mouse.
Wow. So
Um,
you're actually playing like you're playing PUBG with a keyboard and mouse,
yes.
and you have
Um,
no use of your fingers.
no, I don't. I've actually over a it took quite a few games to actually learn how to hit the trigger on the mouse for PUBG Mobile and Fortnite. Whereas in Overwatch, I have it set for the trigger button as T on my keyboard, but now that I'm able to adapt myself to the mouse, I can actually go back into Overwatch and put the trigger back onto the mouse, which I
Wow.
haven't done yet. I haven't been on Overwatch in like a month.
So just, I think you just made like half the audience ashamed because we have complete use of our hands and still can't play PUBG. Still can't play Fortnite.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm still adapting to Fortnite. Because you have to like hit the right trigger or the right mouse click to aim and then the left to shoot. So like that's the downside where I can't aim for Fortnite. I just gotta
Oh.
start shooting, you know. But like in PUBG Mobile, it's easy. You just I think it's like I forget, is it automatic aim? No, the aim is still yeah, no, the aim is still with the right mouse trigger. I'm sorry.
No, that's I don't know how to play. Like I again, I'm not a big first person shooter because with my brain injury, or multiple brain injuries, I have vertigo real easy. So all that jumping and spinning and stuff, I feel sick, like dizzy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, since I don't have finger movement, like, I can't necessarily, jump around when it comes to shooting. Like, I can move with, like, WASD, but, like, I can't hit, like, W and the space bar at the same time while
Oh,
shooting.
right, right. So what can you
So,
show me what part of your hand you're using to actually move the keys?
I actually use my pinky knuckle right
Oh,
there.
okay.
So, um,
Because I'm asking for
yeah,
what's really great about you.
WASD. I'm just, like, looking on my keyboard right now.
Well, no,
But
what's really great about you, you know, being willing to share this information is you could actually show other people, maybe other quadriplegics or paraplegics, you know, you can give them motivation, especially with the quadriplegics, and to say, look, you can still game. This is how, like with the mouse, do you just fit the mouse in this part of your hand to move it?
no, actually, see, my quadriplegic is, like, it's so weird. So my right hand is tighter than my left hand.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see, like, this one is, like, more shaped weird compared to this one.
Well, you're on your left hand, it seems like your fingers fit in the palm more.
Yes. But, like, when you I can move them out, so they're, like, it's loose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But on these, I can't move them out, so they're tight.
Oh, okay.
So so I can't fit anything in this hand. So what I do is, I'm just trying to demonstrate before I show you.
Sure, sure.
I I place this it's hard to point.
Right, right. No,
So,
I understand.
I place my pinky and the outside of this part of my palm on to the left trigger of the mouse,
Okay.
and that's what I use to shoot.
So you're actually pushing down with your hand to click the mouse?
Yeah, right down into my palm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it also helps I still have sensation, so
Okay, now that's another really important thing. Like you wouldn't be able to even feel what you were doing without feeling in your hands, right? Like it would be much more difficult.
oh, yeah, definitely. See, that's the thing with the spinal cord injury, like, the spinal cord is so fickle
Mm,
that, I have movement in my arm, but I don't have, my right tricep, but I have my left tricep. So,
mm,
that also comes into play as well when it comes to playing games. Also, with the nerves, there are parts on my right hand that I can't necessarily feel. So, like, the bottom part of my palm right here,
okay.
I can't feel myself touching right now.
Wow. Okay.
But if you go right to here, I could feel that.
And that's the
So,
part of your hand you use for clicking.
yeah,
That's
but
cool.
it's just the part of the spinal cord. It's just like it's very fickle, and it's the same thing with hot and cold. There are parts that of like lukewarm water could feel like scalding hot on my hand,
Mm.
and then there are parts where I can't feel hot or cold.
So how long did it take you to adapt to this? Like you said you've had this for 12 years. Like how long did it take you to kind of become comfortable with your new normal?
Um, well, to be honest, I'm still adapting to it every day as a new normal. But let's see. I had to adapt a lot the first 2 months after my injury. So there was a lot of information to take in that was so overwhelming.
Mm.
Like things that you have to like relearn. Like you literally have to relearn how to brush your hair, brush your teeth, like feed yourself again, put on a shirt. Like it was a lot.
Well,
Like
I can tell you seem to have some issue with breathing too, like the way you catch your breath and talk. Did it affect your
um
lungs?
well, my car accident was did not affect my lungs. My actual surgeon um damaged my left diaphragm when they intubated me
Mm.
and my vocal cords. So this is actually not my true voice. Um
Well,
it's like
It is.
well
Yes, it is.
well,
It is
well, I
now.
mean when I started off after surgery, it sounded like I was 98 years old and I smoked like 20 packs of cigarettes a
Oh,
day.
yeah.
So, yeah, I had to go to, like, a speech therapist. I had to learn how to, um, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Project my voice and breathe at the same time while it's not,
Mm.
like, sounding like I'm drowning almost.
Hmm.
So, like, you have to do a lot of, like, breathing exercises and trying to, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Project my voice with, like, of thinking of working my vocal cords. Because I went to an ears, nose, and throat doctor, and they said, like, they stuck a scope up my nose, down the back of my throat, and
Rough.
I had to do, like, the AEIO thing, and
Oh,
they're like, "Yeah, your vocal cords are not moving. What's moving that's making your sound come out is just, like, 2 pieces of muscle, like, in your neck. That's what you're using as your voice.
oh
They're like,
wow.
you need to go to, speech therapy and learn how to get your vocal cords stronger." So, these are my vocal cords, they're just not where they originally were, so
And that's
this
something
is
you could continue to work on, or are you, as far as you can go with that?
this is as far as I can go because of the fact that my left diaphragm is so damaged. It could go a lot higher if my left diaphragm wasn't damaged because you do have to, you know, breathe and speak at the same time.
Right, yeah, yeah, it's handy, handy.
Yeah.
So intubation, for those that don't know, that's when there's a tube put through the throat to help with breathing. So was that when the person that intubated you hurt you, was that just an accident that happens, or it's because they didn't know what they were doing? Like, has that been talked about?
Well, there's 2 different kind of intubations. The one that goes, like, through the actual throat,
Hmm.
that's called a trachea. I
Okay.
had that done afterwards, but
Mm.
the first one I had was the intubation. Anytime you go in for surgery, they intubate you after they put you under. So, like, they open up your mouth, find out where your vocal cords are, like, make sure that they're going down the lung route and not the stomach route.
Right, right.
And, when the guy just, like, slid that tube down there, he just, like he hit everything on the way down. I wanna say that they used, like, an intern or something that night because when the I was intubated for 52 days.
Wow.
So, when they took the intubation out, I tried to speak, and it was like dust was trying to come out of my lungs.
Hmm.
It was like a straight whisper that any time that someone needed to talk to me, and I needed to give an answer, they had to put their ear up to my mouth.
Hmm.
So it was a lot to work on for sure.
And how long did that take before you had some sort of normalcy to your voice?
Ooh, oof, took about 6 months to get my voice to where it is right now.
Wow. And now it's been 12 years total. Um, I like best of the worst question. So as a streamer, how does the talking or the breathing hinder, how does it affect you streaming?
It actually doesn't really affect me streaming at all. I, I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
That's good. Well,
I mean, there
that's
are people
perfect.
that come in that are like, "What's wrong with your voice?" Stuff like that, and I'll tell them the honest truth, like, "Yeah, I was in a car accident, and someone damaged my vocal cords when they went to uh, do surgery. So, I mean, it's not my fault. It's just how it turned
Right.
out to be."
So when you're
So,
with your streaming schedule, like how long in block do you generally stream for?
well, I usually stream Thursday to Sunday. My main streaming days, though, where I stream the longest is Saturday and Sunday. And I can go anywhere from like 4 to 12 hours. Um,
What? Are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah, I think it was
That's a lot. 12 hours is a lot.
yeah, I think it was actually ooh, was it a month ago? I think it was, like, around my first VP stream. Um, I did a 12-hour, and then the next day I did another 12-hour.
Wow.
So,
And so like because I tried to do a 12-hour once, and
yeah.
honestly, I made it 12 and a half hours. I should have quit at like 9, and I haven't tried it again. It's just too much. But
Yeah.
like how do you do like do you, it doesn't seem to affect you negatively when you have long streams?
I mean, it actually
Like
it all
4 to 12
depends on the
hours.
day and, what
And
I what
I
I
can go
went through in
anywhere
that
from like
day. So,
4 to
like,
12 hours.
Thursdays and Fridays,
What? Are you
when I stream, they're obviously shorter streams. I can't stream past 8 p.m. on those days because I do have a caretaker here, and, their shift ends at 9, and then, so I have to, like, get in bed and, make sure that I'm ready before they leave, so I can't be up past 9 because then I don't have anybody here to help me out. Sorry,
Mm,
I had
okay.
a burp.
No problem. So when like how many hours of the day do you have a caretaker?
12 hours of the day.
And so
So,
otherwise you're just stuck in bed?
yeah, I'm fine at night.
Okay.
Um, like, honestly, since I've found DLive, what I do every night is I just watch streamers and fall asleep.
Nice. That's awesome. So D Live has really seemed to add a lot to your life.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, like, an added income for, like, the medical too, so
Tuna's like, wait, are you a paraplegic? Like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
no, but no, I'm a quadriplegic, it's
Oh, sorry, got my words wrong.
a little bit.
Paraplegic is 2 limbs,
Mhm,
right? And quad is 4.
yep.
So if you don't mind saying that one more time for people that have just joined, you are a quadriplegic, and that means it affects all of your limbs.
Yes, quadriplegic affects all 4 limbs, and paraplegic only affects 2 limbs, and paraplegics are mainly affected by their legs because it's, like, lower lumbar, like, middle of the chest area,
So it depends
whereas
on where you hurt your back.
yeah, yeah, because like, there's, like you got, like, the cervical and the neck. I wanna say that goes to, like, C7 or C8. I'm not really entirely sure. But then, like, as you go down, you have, like, the lumbar. I forget where that is, to be honest. And then I think there's, like, a T section, um, but, like, they're bigger, are they yeah, they're vertebrae. They're bigger like bones to break.
Mm.
So it takes a lot to break your back compared
So
to your neck because they're smaller bones.
so you have use of your arms, no use of your fingers, but some use of your hands. Do you have no use of your legs then? Or can you move? Do you feel your feet or move your legs at all?
Yeah, I have sensation from head to toe. I can wiggle my right big toe, my pinky toe. I can kick my left leg from the knee down.
Wow,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, this is like all of like being part of an incomplete quadriplegic.
Mm.
Like complete is where you completely severed the spinal cord, where mine was just slightly compressed. And the spinal cord, it's a consistency of toothpaste.
Hmm.
So I it was slightly compressed and it had bone fragments in it. So that's why I'm affected in different ways, but also in other ways I have movement in some areas below my neck.
So, well, and like Tuna said, have you considered stem cell treatment? Is that something you've heard of or think that might help you?
Oh yeah, I would love to do it, but America has it illegal. So can't necessarily do it here, but there have been huge, huge like I like if you go to Hong Kong or Germany, you can see complete quadriplegics who now have use of their arms. And I'm an incomplete. So if I was to have stem cell treatment, that would be a huge thing. I don't even know how much I would regain, to be honest.
Well,
Because like if it
there are places like and there's a few clinical trials. I think Vegas was one of the places in the U.S. that was allowed to be done. There are a
yeah,
few exceptions in the U.S. I know Panama has it.
I'll have to look into that now.
Yeah, I'm sure that there was some tests being done in Vegas, but I think there's a couple places in the U.S. But we'll start a Save the Rachel Foundation, and we'll try to get you some stem cells.
Yeah, the work that I have seen Germany do with stem cell treatment and like stem cell transplants and whatnot, it's phenomenal, to be honest. And it's like they use your own stem cells. They don't go out and get like like how like it was all like the whole controversial thing of using like embryo stem cells and whatnot.
Right.
Germany doesn't do that. They use your own stem cells and they grow them to make more, and then they inject you where your injury site was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know that was a thing because I'd heard about using like the placenta and things of that nature for stem
Yeah, I've
cells.
that's something I don't agree that should be done.
Hmm.
If you can use your own, that's better because your body won't be rejecting it then.
Sure. Well, and then you can skip the ethical implications,
Yeah.
using someone else's. Wow, that's so do you think about that kind of stuff very often, or you just living your life like the rest of us day to day?
I try not to dwell on it because if you get yourself in a funk, so
Hmm.
I just try to do day to day living and what I can do, and just hang out with friends, family, and D live.
Sure, sure. Rachel was wondering what you did during the day when you weren't streaming. I don't know if.
Um, well, it actually kind of depends on like the week and then the day. There are like tons of doctor appointments to go to. You got like urologist, wound, primary care doctor.
Hmm.
I'm only gonna name like a, but there's always somebody to go to once a week. But other than not going to doctor appointments, I try to just oh, sorry, my cat's like doing some what are you doing, buddy?
The audience still wants to see the cat.
I
There was
know.
a call for it.
He's kind of like freaking out a little bit. I don't know what. I try to like I don't know. I just hang low. Uh, I live in a small town, so like I'll stroll down to like the river. Enjoy the weather if it's nice, but it's just been absolutely horrible here.
Where do you
Um,
live? You're in the U.S.? Is that right?
yeah,
Or
I live in I call it upstate New York. It's just south of Albany,
okay.
so
Yeah, I had no idea. It's funny how
certainly
we're
not the
like
city.
friends all over the world and you don't even know where they necessarily live. It doesn't really matter for this purpose.
Yeah.
So can you come and go from your house as you see fit?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a power wheelchair, so just stroll around town. I don't have a wheelchair accessible vehicle though. Unfortunately, I haven't had one. Ooh, 3.5 years now.
Hmm,
I did have a wheelchair accessible van, but something ended up happening with the motor. I think it was like oil and antifreeze mixed. I was like,
that sounds
my
bad.
dad. Yeah, my dad's like, this is no good. He's like, so I just had to get rid of it, and the prices for a vehicle is it's it's insane. The starting price of a used vehicle is $32,000 for
Wow.
a used vehicle. It's like a 2010. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's 2019.
Right.
Like what? And then if you want like a brand new one, starting price is 55,000.
Wow.
And it's like they know that they could get away and charge that because it's of supply and demand. It's a small community of people that are in wheelchairs, but they know that if they want it badly enough, they're gonna pay for it.
Well, I mean, I've run into that some too, being on disability. You know, we have fixed incomes, so there isn't that kind of money. What that new car costs, what I make a year. You know, like it's just not enough to
Yeah.
to keep up. So when you need to get to medical appointments, how is that handled?
I have Medicaid, so my medical insurance um provides a wheelchair van from a medical company that's local, thankfully, and they cover it for me.
Nice.
But that's usually the only time I get out and about, unless I'm with my family because my dad actually has a 2007 Chevy truck, and my stepmom, she's awesome. She's so freaking awesome. She surprised me and my father by buying this hitch and this like mobilized ramp that you could just throw on the hitch. And it brought me to tears, but it also brought my father to tears because she was the one that found it. So all my dad has to do now is just come by, and when he picks me up, he just transfers me into the truck, and then he just scoots the chair onto the ramp and ties it down, and we can just go places as a family.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a vehicle So it's like if like friends wanted to like, go somewhere, then they can do the same thing, but like with my vehicle. But
Right.
it's just still even getting like something like a truck because it has to be a very durable vehicle and a hitch and that ramp. It's still gonna cost at least $20,000.
Well, and I've had buddies from the military that lose legs and stuff, and there's way like drive-in vehicles for wheelchairs, like truck doors that open and you can. There's a ramp
Oh yeah,
lowers. There's vans
yeah.
that load from the back that you can drive into.
Oh yeah, but they're so expensive. I've certainly looked at them. I actually rented a wheelchair accessible van that loads from the side
Hmm.
on the passenger side, and they had the passenger seat taken out. And I rented that, and I went down to New York City, and I tell you what, I was just like, they really need to make these affordable because I had the best time. Like it was a long drive getting down to New York City, but I tell you what, that was like the best van I've ever been in. Um, it 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 drove nice and smoothly because like let's see, they allowed me to rent a 2019 Dodge uh, Caravan, and the vehicle that I had before was a 1999 Ford. What is it? No, it's not. Uh,
Like a 20-year-old van.
yeah, it was like those big black vans. It's like you can't take the turn too fast, or else you might like teeter over.
That's not good.
So yeah, it's not something that you want as a vehicle, but it's all about that supply and demand.
So now I've noticed when you fix your headset and stuff that you're an art collector. You're an art
Oh,
collector.
my tattoos.
Yes, you have
Yeah,
tattoos.
yeah, I do.
We'd like to talk
Um,
about tattoos.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you
What
go.
do you got? What do you got? Is that the Millennium Falcon
Yeah, yeah. I got the Millennium Falcon and the. This
and the
is
what? Oh, and the Death Star.
Yeah, this is actually my recent one. I got done in. Don't know if anybody could see it.
Yeah, yeah. It shows
Okay,
up fine.
sorry. All right, I'm having a muscle spasm.
No worries.
Uh,
No worries.
that's like the downside of ugh, being paralyzed. It's like you got like all these muscle spasms that you cannot um, control.
Hmm.
Um, kind of have to fix my foot, but
No worries. No worries. And so it looks like the other arm is that flowers?
yeah, it's a half sleeve.
Nice.
I actually let me just back up a little bit so I can show you guys if I can get my chair into gear. All right, so I actually have it. It's dedicated to my family.
Mm,
So like
nice.
I have like the butterflies. They're set as birthstone colors for my family.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys can see any of it, but
Yeah, yeah. We can see.
okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, I have like a rose on the back and uh, a daisy, sunflower. Um, what one are these? Are these? Oh, they're are they lily? Are they lilies? I don't. Tiger lilies. I just forgot what I had. My,
No worries. No worries.
but like on the inside, I can't. I don't know if I could bend my arm that way.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
I saw it just then. Yeah,
did you
that
see the
worked. Uh-huh.
skull?
No, I didn't see a skull.
No, that's what I'm like trying to bend my arm as. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. There we go. On the
Okay.
bottom, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the skull has like a butterfly coming out the other half of it. So it represents that I had almost died from my car accident,
Mm.
and then the butterfly represents um what was it? Like I'm drawing a blank on it. Like coming back essentially,
Sure.
because I did die for a couple of minutes there. Um, and then I have just butterflies. Like I have my grandmother, my sister, my mother, my other sister, my father, and my stepmom on there. And then as the flowers, I put on as other family members because
Mm.
um let's see, it was like the sunflower, the daisy, um, and the roses were other family members, and my personal favorite are the tiger.
Mm.
So I put everybody on there and then me laugh. But no, I have like 10 tattoos. But
Nice.
I gotta take advantage of it, because uh like in certain areas when it comes to the spinal cord injury, you can feel the tattoo in some areas, and then other areas you can't feel the tattoo at all. Like the one that I have on my
That's
rib cage,
awesome.
I did not feel the one on my rib cage.
Yeah, and that's
I
a
did,
rough spot to get them too.
yeah, I didn't feel the one on my hip. I actually did not feel um the Millennium Falcon or the Death Star, and I didn't feel the back of the whole entire half sleeve.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Well, I am a
then
little jealous of that because I felt all of mine.
oh yeah, well the wolf on my bicep here, I felt that one. Oh my god, it was
Oh
so
wait, can
bad.
you show that one? That's a pretty sweet tattoo.
Yeah, yeah. The wolf is my spirit animal. Alright, I might have to turn. Hold
Oh
on.
wow, that's really nice.
I just hit my entertainment stand. But yeah, that's the wolf.
Oh.
And in the bottom of it, there's like inside a full moon howling.
So did you start getting tattooed after the accident?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
My first ever tattoo was a year after my injury.
Hmm. And what
I feel
got
like
you wanting to start tattoos?
I've always liked tattoos. I've always wanted to get tattoos. And even though I had my injury at the age of 18, so, it kind of just delayed the process of getting my first tattoo. But then once I got my first tattoo, I literally get a tattoo almost every 6 months.
Hmm.
If not every 6 months, it's definitely within the year mark.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I've taken a break lately, but I was on that same stretch. You feel the itch. Feel the itch. Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I was
So,
feeling the itch with the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star for like, I'd say the past 8 months.
all
Because 'cause I'm
right.
just like, "Alright, I
So
I need
talk
I need to
about
get
it.
one."
Why those tattoos? What's that mean to you?
I love Star Wars. I'm just a nerd.
That's all right. I think this is a target audience for nerds. This D Live thing.
Like, I'm a closeted nerd, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know
Okay.
if Sean Hawk was here, I'd be like, "Oh, well, you need to watch The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah. Well, you have to. Lion,
you
the Witch,
have
and the
to."
Wardrobe.
Yes, Narnia, I love Narnia.
See, I read The Hobbit. I read all that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I like that they started making movies of them. Now that
Y
I'm older.
it's a shame that they stopped making the Narnia movie. They only made 2.
Yeah, that was a really, really great series. And the
Uh,
powerful lessons too they were teaching, right? It wasn't just entertainment.
yeah, no, definitely lessons.
So what's been your favorite movie that's come out lately? Or are there any?
Oh,
Because see, I'm a movie fan too, and I've had a really hard time finding good
that's
movies
like
recently.
asking what your favorite TV series is. Like, there's
Oh,
so many.
well, I haven't watched television since 2011.
Well, I mean, I don't watch TV, I watch everything through Netflix and Hulu because
Mm-mm.
I don't like ads.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Okay,
I
well, if you want to, top three, I don't know what are you into? What in terms of entertainment?
as like we're going
Movies,
by
TV
genre.
shows, anything. Just what's got your attention these days?
Ooh, can I do both movies and TV? Because it's
Yes, yeah, yeah,
I
definitely.
can't just pick like one.
No, you
So,
can whatever you want.
well, currently as of right now, Orange is the New Black just came out last Friday. So I have not watched it yet, but I need to get there because it's one of the good TV shows on Netflix. Another TV show that I'm currently watching is The 100 on the CW app
Hmm.
because I don't watch actual television. I see Ivan says Marvel. No, okay. I'm more of a Marvel person than a DC person, so um,
Nice. I like that you have a side.
yeah,
Because that's serious talk right there, Marvel over DC.
yeah. Well, I mean, if I had to pick it would have to be the one Batman with Heath Ledger as the Joker, hands
Mm,
down, my number one.
I agree with you on that. I'm
And no other Joker can take that spot either.
well, yeah, but he overcommitted to that role.
Oh yeah,
And
but
by that I mean he killed himself after the movie.
yeah,
Like
it's
he lost himself in that.
yeah, which it's very sad, but he definitely gave a great performance.
It was worth it. I mean, not to.
Yeah,
No, it's actually that's an interesting thing to talk about too. Like with writing, I'm a writer, author, with movies, anytime that you take your reality and substitute an alternate reality for art purposes, you got to be careful to not lose yourself in that.
yeah,
And I think that even correlates to like streaming. Like be if you're streaming, be yourself and do your own thing and don't get lost in becoming what you think people want to see.
yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
have
And
you noticed that from the time you started streaming till now?
yeah, I noticed I'm not losing myself. I think I'm coming out more
Mm.
of myself, more of a character. Um, I guess you could say. Wait, what was I about? I was gonna say something, but
Oh, we're talking about not losing yourself in an alternate reality is what I was talking about before.
okay. Why am I drawing? Something just got me so sidetracked. Uh, wow. Talk about a huge brain fart right now. Um, well, I don't try to get myself lost in D Live, and when it comes to streaming, like that's why I have strictly set Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, so I don't get lost in everything. Like I'll be on, and I'll be in like people's chats and like talking to them and whatnot, but I don't want to stream that much because I don't wanna burn myself out, you
Mhm.
know? And on top of that, being a quadriplegic, if I'm putting in so many hours every single day, I'm putting myself at a higher risk of pressure sore. So,
Mm.
it's another reason why I have to take even though I shouldn't be doing 12-hour streams.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, but hey, I just go with the flow. If the stream is going good and I'm feeling good,
Hmm.
then I'm gonna go with it.
That makes sense. Well, and so I like that you said that you're taking at least 3 days off in a row for to mental health, physical health. I think that's
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah, well, definitely it has to be a minimum of 3 days. Because, like I said, my my high streaming days are Saturday and Sunday. So if I put in a lot of hours those days, I'm gonna want a lot of time um not putting pressure in a certain area.
Hmm.
Like for instance, I'm always sitting. So I don't want to keep putting a lot of pressure on like my thighs or on my butt. So like I will take like Monday, all of Monday and just like stay in bed and like rotate in to like get off certain areas
Hmm.
so I don't develop pressure sores.
Mm. So the, I just want to say my own experience. I started streaming on March 1st of this year. I streamed like 112 days or 113 days straight. And I don't know
Jesus.
why. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I just like I said, I was losing myself in it, and I could tell physically I didn't feel as well. Mentally, I was starting to be very drained by it. And I started taking 1 day a week off, Mondays, and now it's turned into like at least 3 days off a week. Some,
Yeah.
because it really like D Live is been streaming in general. It is can be very beneficial to people like you and I, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to still be engaged in your physical reality that you find yourself in, right? So, friends, family, get out of the house, get some sunshine, things
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to get too lost in the streaming because, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, when was the last time I was outside when it wasn't so humid or raining? Because we've had a really bad summer here.
Mm,
Because, like, when it's like raining and really humid, I will capitalize on that and I will stream. But then I realize, wait, I should really go outside. So, like, that's where I take like the Tuesday or a Wednesday and I'll sit outside, enjoy the weather, but I'll be on the mobile app in chat.
mhm.
So I kind of,
That
you know,
kind of counts.
kind of counts. But I mean, like, I'm not burning myself out because I'm not inside four walls constantly all the time.
Hmm.
Like, pretty much just keeping yourself in a box. It's like, I guess you could say it's almost like prison, but like with an outlet of talking to people if you are
Yeah.
constantly streaming every single day like that. And
Actually, that's exactly what I thought was like it almost becomes a self-imposed prison cell.
yeah, and you don't want to do that to yourself because then your mind takes a toll and then start losing your sanity. And
Hmm.
then, before you know it, when it actually does become cold outside and you have to stay inside, you're just like, crap, what did I do all summer?
Right.
So so that's what I was thinking about the other day. I'm like, "Really might have to take more days off on streaming before it does become winter because I do want to concentrate more on staying sane and not losing myself and enjoying the weather and time with people before I can't get out because there's like, you know, 3 feet of snow blocking my parking lot."
Right. So how much of the year you're in upstate New York? So like how much of the year is winter there?
Oh, well, that's a good question. Mother Nature Sometimes we could get like a snowstorm in October. Some
Wow.
like it could be like one. Um, it could be like a small snowstorm or a huge snowstorm, but mainly it will snow from like November to March.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a good portion of it. And then even still, like you have like a fall, it can be really cold and rainy.
Mm.
And then spring, spring's really rainy itself. So you just have to take advantage of the days that are not humid and not raining and just go outside. So like if it's a streaming day, but it's nice out, I'm gonna choose the weather over streaming.
Nice. That's awesome.
And I'm putting this in like a schedule for me because this is my first time ever streaming, and I don't want to put myself into like that burnout position.
Mm. And
So I
is
want
that something you saw other streamers do, or you just heard about? Like, how did you know to watch out for that already?
I've heard around like, people like getting burnt out and whatnot. People would quit and I'm just like, why are you quitting? And then like they say that they're constantly streaming. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna nip this in the butt for myself and set a schedule.
Yeah, and so when you've been streaming now, let's see, May, June, July, 3 months, 3.5 months or so
Yep. My first stream was April 27th.
of 2019,
Yeah.
right? So have you learned anything that you would like to share just in the first, like, if for basically for new streamers, they've never streamed, they want to stream, a lot of them watch these fireside chats. Is there something that you've learned since you started streaming that you think that would help other people that are new? Like something to
Uh,
do or something to not do?
what I've learned is that you really have to put yourself out there and get to know other people and like network in a way
Hmm.
and don't ever be rude to someone. That's for sure. Um some other things I've learned is just like treat people that you want treat people the way that you want to be treated, so it's like and like build like a relationship or friendship from that so it can last the long haul because like you want people to keep coming back to you and seeing your streams and you know whether they donate to you or not. I don't see it as I don't want like people's donations. Like I'm fine with people just sitting there in my chat talking to me. So it's like if you want people to come back and talk to you, then build those relationships, put yourself out there, get to know people, and just be nice. Treat them like they're already family.
And they will become that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Eh,
that's something I've definitely learned since I've been streaming is people who you at first you just see their name in chat, right? And then you see their name in chat again. And after say a week, 2 weeks, and they're there every time you stream, now all of a sudden it feels like a friend, right? And you're
yeah.
talking and exchanging information. Then if you start doing like Discord video calls, or if they're a streamer too, and you're a streamer, you can both get to see the face, hear the voice, right? It becomes more interactive. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many people on D Live now that I consider close friends, and I love them, and I call them, and I like one of my buddies um, just had open heart surgery Monday.
Oh my
MTFD
goodness.
Shane, do you know? I don't know if you. He's a firefighter that streams here on D Live. Um,
I've heard of him, but I haven't seen any of his stuff.
Yeah, he's a Minnesota firefighter and does some streaming to try to, get some relaxation and some peace. And he had, some struggles with PTSD, and he and I talked about some of that stuff. And then he found out Sunday needed open heart surgery. Two of the valves need to be replaced in his heart. Had surgery Monday, didn't wake up for 2 days, and we just
What?
got to talk to him yesterday. He got on Discord video, or I mean Discord
Wow.
audio, and actually chatted with us for a few minutes. And me, like a dumbass, made him laugh, which he just had his like whole chest
Yeah,
opened up.
yeah.
I was like, oh God, I gotta stop.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's trying to laugh and it's hurting him. But I mean, we become that like invested in each other's lives that we help each other go through major life things like that
Yeah.
outside of streaming, outside of D Live. And it's beautiful. I find it very incredible.
Yeah, certainly. I have a couple of close friends here on D Live that I keep, in contact with out of D Live, like on Discord and whatnot. So yeah, it's certainly become a family here.
Yeah, and if you guys, it's something that you can do in your channels. You saw I just put exclamation point Discord and it linked my Discord. You guys want to know when I'm live, you can jump over there. But the cool thing about this site, Tidy, who's one of the staff members, created Tidy Labs, which is the website you need on DLive to do custom alerts, custom sounds, images, GIFs, and you can also put in Tidy Labs bot stuff. So exclamation point Discord, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You'll find all my information. That's just a tip for any of you new streamers who want to have a good time streaming and also be able to customize it to your unique personality. So I'm going to drop a link in there for you guys in chat. If you're new, tidylabs.stream, you're going to want to know about Tidy Labs. You're going to want to know about Discord. Discord is a voice and video service. DLive has their own Discord for partners, for global partners, for general community, and that's how they share all the information, community events, things of that nature. But that's also how you would get help if you need help on your stream. Something's going wrong, something's going right. You want to tell somebody, go to DLive Discord. You can contact the staff directly. But
I love Tidy Labs. I'm sorry.
no, I like it. What's
Yeah.
your favorite part?
Just the whole customization of everything. Like I am a huge, and when I say huge, huge Game of Thrones fans. You will notice my donation gifts are gifts by Game of Thrones.
Nice.
And, Becca, Mythic B here on D Life, she did, my custom like layout and my starting stream and my Be Right Back stream, and that's also by Game of Thrones influence.
Nice. And I'll even put her. Let me put her link in chat there. Mythic B is who we're talking about.
Yeah, she does some great work.
Yeah, Mythic B does transitions. She does GIFs and graphs and photos and yeah. And Mythic B is Sean Hawk's lady, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
his better half.
His better half. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
want to say it, where I don't get in trouble.
yeah,
I don't
yeah. She's
know
she's
wife,
currently
not.
doing like panels for commission work too for the new About Me section.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
nice.
and she created like his new intro and whatnot. So it's some great work, and she did epic merch as well. I saw that on Twitter.
Nice.
She's got some serious
And
talent
and
there.
look, and this is how the family goes. The Epic merch made the cup I'm drinking out of.
Yes, yes, epic merch. Yes.
Yes, yes. So many. That's what I'm saying. So D Live's so awesome like that. You're like, well, I'm gonna go say hi to Mythic B to talk about graphics, and while I'm there, I'm gonna talk to her guy Sean because he's a
Yeah.
nut, and that's a lot of fun. And then while we're there, we're gonna talk to Epic Merch about some stuff, and we're gonna go. It's like it's amazing
Yeah.
the friends we made here.
And like Scoop said in chat, Mythic B does have a very fast Twitter when you DM her.
She
So
has a fast response time anywhere. Like her and I were
yeah,
talking on Discord, and she hit me
yeah,
back immediately.
yeah. She does. She's very fast.
And I was like, I'd like to get her to do some graphics work for me, but first I got to pay off the custom cups from Epic Merch.
Yeah.
So, is merch, custom merch, is that something that you think you'll get into, or has anybody asked you about yet?
I don't know if I will get into it. I honestly, if I was to do it, I don't even know what I would do.
I feel the same way. I mean, I by interviewing people on this show, I found like the people with the most merch win. That's how they feel, you know.
Oh,
But those of us with no merch also are like, I feel pretty good too. But
yeah.
if you want to know, Epic Merch, well, the God Keshin of all of the people that I've interviewed, the God Keshin had the most merch. He had like rubber wristbands, he had custom jerseys,
Oh,
flags
really?
on the wall, custom cups, custom flask, custom T-shirt, custom hat. Like that dude is blinged out. If you want to know about custom merch, go talk to the God Keshin.
Yeah. He's pretty awesome. I catch some of his streams every now and then.
Yeah, yeah, and I we just had him on Fireside Chats too, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to get
And
him.
he's a global partner as well, right?
He is a global partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely finding some measure of success here. Plays a lot of first-person shooters. Is that? Have you guys played some of the games together? You and GK?
No, we haven't. I actually have not gotten a chance to um talk to him, to
Hmm.
be honest. It's weird because it's like I'm filing, but there's only so much that you can do in one day.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, the next day I'm gonna hit up this person, but then they're not streaming, and then you're like, frick," you know? I'm
You
sorry, I
can
didn't
you
wanna.
can you can cuss on this show.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
We try to keep it friendly, but it happens.
Yeah, okay. I caught myself there, I was like, nope." But, yeah, there's only so much that you can.
I feel the same way. I guess that's important to talk about too, really. There's it's so hard to visit everybody you want to visit in terms of streamers, right? Especially if
Yeah.
you're a streamer and you were a viewer before. So it's same thing with me. I started as a viewer, became a streamer. Now even I've had 34 guests on this show. So I couldn't even go visit just the people I've had on the show,
Oh, wow.
right? There's too many. That's not even including all the other streamers that I like that I haven't had on the show yet. So it's it bums me out that I don't have more time.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person. Now I'd like your feelings on this. I'm not a person who tabs people. I don't open up 10 tabs, 10 streams. I open up one tab, one stream, and I talk and I interact and I donate and I'm involved. How do you feel about tabbing? Is that something you do?
It's actually something that I do not do. When I am on my PC, I am either in the process of downloading a game, figuring out how that game works, or I'm streaming. Everything else that I do, I am on mobile, and I have, an iPhone. So, like, with an Android, I know that you can, like, minimize, uh, the screen and, like, do other, like, multiple things, but with the iOS, you can't. If you minimize it, that's it. It's gone, like, you're out of the app.
Right,
So,
right.
I will dedicate a certain amount of time to, like, one streamer, and then I will just, hop around. So, as for tabbing, it's as itself it goes, I'm, like, 50-50 on it because it's like it's as I see it, if you're gonna tab and you have, like, say, like, 5 tabs open, as long as you are engaging in those streams, that's okay, but if you are just tabbing the tab and you, like, go to work for the day or, you go out to do something for a couple of hours, I feel like that's an empty view. Like, yeah, you're getting the viewer count,
Yeah.
but that person's not chatting with you. So it's like you could have like 40 people in your chat with like 3 people chatting, and you're just like, well, where are all these other people? Like, why are they not chatting? So it's for me, as long as you are engaging,
Hmm.
that's when it's acceptable.
Yeah, that and it could be. Let's talk as a streamer. I mean, as a streamer, say there's only 5 people in your chat and nobody's chatting. That can be difficult sometimes to keep the energy up, right? To keep talking, to keep engaged. But it's important as a new streamer, well, as a streamer in general, to keep talking basically the whole time you're streaming, right? Like
Yeah.
you are
Well,
the entertainment.
I mean, I have no problem with that as self. So, if I'm in the middle of the game and I'm just like lost or something, I'll definitely just go to chat and be like, "Does anybody in chat know where to go?" Like, and if nobody answers, I'll just be like, "No, nobody knows? Okay. All right. I'm on my own. I'll figure it out." So, I
Yeah,
mean,
I ask for a lot of help when I play games.
yeah.
I do. Some streamers, they think they're God's gift to gaming, and if you offer any help, they freak out on you. I'm not that guy. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going or what I'm supposed to be doing, so please tell me.
Yeah, I like when it comes to like Grand Theft Auto, I I'm trying to read the map. I'm just like, "What? Where?"
I just
So,
turned that game back on for the first time in a long time because they had the new casino
yes.
release.
Yeah, I was actually, watching, Evan Backwards play it a couple days ago, and it looks very fun, I will say.
It's interesting. I mean, there you can play blackjack, 3 card poker, roulette, and horse racing bets.
Yeah, I've
So
I've heard a lot of people have been losing.
what's that you cut out?
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard a lot of people have been losing, like, money, like, in-game on horse racing
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think the expansion's banned in like 60 countries. Like it's
just for
because
the casino.
yeah, because you can buy in-game currency with real money, right? The shark cards they call them. So people are
Mhm.
spending real money and then losing it in the casino. And that comes into like legal and ethical implications.
I'm sorry, but why would you want to
Not well because it's an addictive thing that so people like mainly kids or people who don't know any better, right? Are
Mhm.
spending money they shouldn't be spending because it's an
Oh, okay.
addictive problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Okay, I understand that.
like for me, I do have an addictive personality. I know that about myself. So when I went into the casino, I had a little bit of in-game money, not much, and I lost it. And my first thought was, oh, well, I could buy more. I could buy a shark card and have more. And I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? No, I'm not gonna buy even one because that's how you start. That.
Yeah, in-game purchases are like an Achilles heel to a lot of people. When I first started playing World of Warcraft, Hearthstone is another game. It's the card game of World of Warcraft, and it's in-game purchases for like better cards. I probably dropped about like $200 in in-game purchases on that game.
Mm.
So,
And that's actually
and
considered not much. Like I have well, I won't say who it is because I don't want him to be mad at me, but we'll just call him a friend. I have a friend
yeah.
who plays a game called Second Life, and he said he has over $5,000 in his main character.
Oh my goodness. Wait, Second Life as in, The Office, White Strutes? Second Life game there?
Second Life is like a game where you, as a player, you can build stuff and put it into the game. Like you can build worlds and you can make eyeballs and sell eyeballs to people that want different color eyeballs, or you can make
Oh,
shirts and sell different shirts to people. It's a whole in-game economy driven by the players.
oh, okay.
So it's you need to have some coding or graphics experience to like get involved with making stuff, but you I mean, I know people that have made multi-million-dollar companies just selling stuff in Second Life
Wow.
to other players. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I think maybe the next game that I've like put money into was like Fortnite, but probably no more than $40.
what can you spend money on in Fortnite?
Like skins and emotes and
Mm,
yeah, it's just really random stuff.
no
I mean,
problem, no problem.
yeah, stuff that really doesn't make you better at the game, to be honest.
Well, and
I might
okay, so
overspend.
let's think about it like this, though. The money that you spend on video games is entertainment dollars, right? That's what that term would be. So
Mhm.
if that's where you want to spend your entertainment dollars, fine. If you're getting entertainment and joy out of it, where it
Yeah.
becomes a problem is if you're spending your rent money
Oh, yeah.
on entertainment dollars.
Yeah, no, you don't wanna do that.
Yeah, got to be smart. But so many of the games seem to be going to in-game purchases because they've realized they can make way more money from each individual that way.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Right? Like World of Warcraft, the old expansions, you pay $50 per expansion, that was it. Right? But the new games, they give you the game free, but if you want
Yeah.
to be able to compete, you got to start in-game purchases.
I have not come across any in-game purchase, um, as the expansions, it's like for I do, like, the monthly subscription, um, and, the only thing that I had to do, was recently buy a BFA, and I've heard a lot of people, they don't like, the current one, so everybody's, like, excited to have, WoW Classic come out.
Hmm.
I'm excited to actually play WoW Classic because 'cause I've never played that version, so I'm kinda, like, really curious about what that is like.
Actually, WoW Classic is where I put most of the years that I played WoW.
Oh,
Um,
nice, nice.
and because in the beginning it was just like Orgrimmar was like the main horde area,
Mhm.
and once you got to a certain level, hey, your boy Sean, aloha, brother.
Sean.
Um, the thing about WoW back then was once you did everything in the game, then you started PvP battles. So
Yeah.
PvP was huge, and we would go into PvP rounds that lasted 7, 8 hours, like
Oh my
one
goodness.
PvP battle. Um, Frost, Frost something or other. I forget the name of all that. It's been so long, but yeah, you would
Oh,
have
like
a
a Mage Frost?
well, you would go into battlefields, PvP battlefields, and you would be
Yeah.
on one end, the alliance is on the other, and Alterac Valley. There you, I knew one of you would know. And
Yeah.
you fight you push your way to take the field back and forth. Literally, it could go 8 hours, 10 hours.
That's a long PvP, man.
Yeah, like I had over 50,000 PvP kills by the time I stopped with WoW.
That that's a lot.
Yeah,
That is a
vanilla
lot.
WoW. It was, oh my gosh, so many years, so many
So
years.
many years.
Like when I was married in the military is when I was playing WoW, and we played so much. The group, like all the guys we worked with as Marines were in our guild on WoW.
No,
So
there
if you
you
were
go,
an
yeah.
officer in the like Marine Corps, you were an officer in the guild, right? And if you're enlisted in the Marine Corps, you're enlisted in the guild. So we still had the same command structure, and we'd go on
Mhm.
dragon raids and stuff. But we literally played so much that our wives got together behind our back,
Oh,
hired
no.
hired an attorney, and had the attorney write up a contract where you had to earn a gaming hour by doing a family hour.
Oh my
Basically, yeah,
goodness.
it was oh, now I'm blushing. I'm a bit embarrassed because I was
No,
addicted
it's
to
fine. It's
World of
fine.
Warcraft. I was. I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
okay now.
no, I'm actually when WoW class, I'm actually in the process of making a D-Live guild if anybody would like to join, but it's for the Horde.
For the Horde.
Yes.
In a stinking
So
alliance, and there's she has a Horde rug behind her on the floor, just so you guys know, in case you missed that.
I do. I do. I do. It's
That's awesome.
actually posted in my Discord somewhere.
Oh, nice. Do you? I guess it might be hard for you to link your Discord in this chat, huh? Do you have a
Uh,
quick link? Like if I do Discord in my chat, it's going to give them my Discord. But if you guys look, if you guys want to join us on Discord, I'll go ahead and link mine. You guys, you can get alerts if I, when I go live and stuff. Um, but for Killer Queen, we need a different link, and it may happen here, guys. It may not. You can always go to her channel, and she'll give it to you that way too. Let me go ahead and drop your link again here. So Killer Queen R is our guest today. Killer Queen is a nod to the Queen song, and R is her first name, Rachel.
yep.
So in case you're wondering,
I did drop a link. I don't know how long that Discord link is open for.
you can make it permanent under the
Yeah,
settings.
I have it in the settings. I don't know. It's for some odd reason it keeps like coming un like when you go to hit never expire. Anytime I go back into it, for some odd reason it shows that it's set to expire.
Mm. Yeah, and I don't claim to be. There we go. So now I got. Oh, come on, guys. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. I was trying
Sorry.
to make sure I got into her Discord. There we go. Cool. So, guys, if you have questions for Killer Queen, definitely start funneling them into chat. She has an appointment in about 20 minutes, so we are
Yes.
definitely on a time constraint. But if you guys want to ask questions, now's the time of the interview. You can put them in there. We've been kind of answering some questions as we go today, just because it was a nice flow and seemed to work well. But for those, I saw somebody ask already, Killer. It feels weird to call you Killer. I'll call you Queen. How about
It's okay. I respond to
that?
both. You know,
Miss
like
Miss
a little
R.
demonic, he calls me Killer Queener. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't. I'm like, not the R. No, no,
Not Queener. No, not Queener.
no, no.
So somebody asked, I think it was Grandpa Dave, or I don't know if that's his name. I know it's Grandpa something. Anyway, was asking if you could please cover your schedule again for those that didn't hear it. First of all, you're in Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, I'm on the East Coast.
Okay, so what's your
So
regular schedule?
Thursdays and Fridays it kind of depends because those are like one appointments. So I'll either do like a morning stream or like a afternoon stream depending on what time that doctor appointment falls on. But for Thursdays and Fridays, I always post in my Discord or on Twitter when I will be streaming. And then my main streaming days are Saturday and Sunday. And I really don't have a set time for like a Saturday or Sunday because, there are days where like, family wants to get together. So, like, case in point, this Sunday, I might not be able to do a long stream because I actually have cousins that have come up from Florida that I will be visiting with. So I think my main streaming day for will be this Saturday. And
Okay.
I always post all the times and everything in my Discord and on Twitter if anybody would like to know.
So the best way to find her is look between Thursday and Sunday and check her Discord.
Yep.
And she just dropped a link for her Discord in chat. I have a hard time sometimes with Discord. when I click the links in chat and tries to open it up through a web browser, sometimes that doesn't work for me. So if I copy the Discord link and go to Discord and click add server and put it in there, that tends to work every time.
Oh, that's a weird way.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I've joined people's Discord servers through the link like you just put, where it would take you through a web browser to get there, and
Yeah.
it puts my name. It's like a weird name. It's still my name, but it adds some weird numbers or other stuff. I don't know. Again, not a huge Discord nerd. Still learning.
Yeah, no, I'm still learning Discord myself, like, giving people roles and whatnot. So
Yeah,
it's
and just so you guys know, if you're looking for her on Twitter, which she just dropped a link, it's Killer Queen RW.
yep.
So same
It's
name
just a
as
slightly different.
yeah, same name as D Live with a W at the end. And is
I will
that
not give you my last
I
name.
was gonna say that's I'm assuming that's the beginning of your last name, which we won't get
Yeah.
into. Yeah.
I don't know what I just did to my desktop. There we go. It's back. I just like made everything like into 4 different boxes. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I've done that on my computer too accidentally.
Yeah, it always seems to be an accident. And then when you want to do it, you don't know how to do it. And it's just like, I'm just gonna start touching random buttons here and there.
Fantastic.
Like just now I did it again.
Live and learn. Oh, you did? Maybe stop hitting buttons for a minute?
Yeah. Yep. That would be good.
She's not going to think I'm stalking her if I go follow her on all those platforms. I doubt
No,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I doubt it. I mean, that's what they're for. What's up, Drew? Yo, Grandpa Dave. This all kind. This has been, guys. I just want to say I appreciate every one of you that have been hanging out with us today. It's awesome to have you here, Killer Queen. I really appreciate you. Being so open with us about your challenges as a
Yeah, of course.
quadriplegic. I got the word
Yep.
right that time. Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, I love that there's such an incredible family on D Live that we all have different stuff going on, but we've all figured out how to stream, and how to become a part of this community.
Yeah.
D
I
Live
mean,
fam.
yeah, I like to call them more of a family than a community. I don't. It's a little weird.
That's true. Well, no, it is. It makes sense because the community is together, but not necessarily in a personal way. Where a family, it's a more personal connection.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that, and it's definitely a family. I mean, so much love from your regular viewers, from my regular viewers. I know most of the people who are your regular viewers, and vice versa. Like it just proves like how close knit the D Live family is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So if you have any more questions, definitely put them into chat. Killer Queen's got an interview coming up here in just a few minutes with another caretaker, so we're going to need to let her go soon. What would you say was your inspiration to make you start streaming, Queen?
Didn't you ask me this earlier?
Yeah, but Kevin, it's just
Oh,
somebody in chats came in late, wants to know.
it was the
Hmm.
deal.
That too.
Getting tongue tied. It was the community of D Life. It was seeing how everybody was so friendly and warm, welcoming. Like how streamers are supporting each other, how viewers are supporting each other. It turned out to be a better platform for me that I wanted to stream on because, like I said earlier, when I created an account for Twitch and I went over there and I tried talking to a couple of streamers, they did not pay attention to the chat. So, you know, I just continued to be a viewer here for a month and, it was just very warm and inviting. It got me hooked.
That's awesome. I mean, same thing with me. I came as a viewer. After with less than 2 months, I was like, I'm gonna have to try this thing out, the streaming thing, and
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
Yeah, I came over like around April 9th, and then April 27th, I was like, I'm streaming.
Nice.
So took about 3 weeks.
That's awesome. And where are you sitting? You're already a partner, right?
Yes,
You're already verified partner.
I've been a partner for a month now.
Nice. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Just I just joined, just subscribed to you recently.
Oh,
So
nice. Thank you. I actually do dance when people sub. So I always say if you're gonna sub, don't do it offline because it's a fun time.
it's worth
It,
it's
it's
worth
it's
seeing.
worth the sub. Yeah.
And you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I did get a dance.
I think yeah, I think you did.
I think I did get a dance. Yeah.
And there goes Ivan posting one of my
Yeah, there you go.
Fluffy made that for me.
Nice. I like that it starts with a little what looks like a little bit of a fist pump.
It was actually
Uh,
like the middle of a dance.
no,
I don't
I
know.
know, but I like the way he made it because it looks like you start with a fist pump and then get into the
Yeah.
dance. I dig it. I love it.
Uh-oh.
Well, Rachel wants to see the sub dance now. I don't know. That's there's with no sub. Is that possible?
Um,
I don't know. It's not the same.
I think I'm gonna leave it for when
There
they
you go.
sub.
I like it. I
It's
like it.
it's more of a surprise.
I like it. I like it. So if you want to see the sub dance, Rach, you're gonna have to head over Killer Queen's channel when she's on and sub.
Yeah.
And today's Thursday. So are you planning on streaming tomorrow?
I actually will be streaming after I get done with the interview. She actually just texted me. She said that she's here early, and
Okay, okay. So wait, so you're gonna be streaming today?
yes,
Okay, so guys, if you want to see Killer Queen stream,
I will post it on Twitter and in Discord to give them all like a heads up because depending on how long all the paperwork goes through, by the time I get done, I might not stream. You never know. It's all like play by ear today.
mhm.
'Cause I do have a second interview to do for a caretaker around 5 o'clock.
Well, there's 40 to 50 people that have met you today, and some of them want to sub. So you may want to consider even just a short window.
Okay. All right. All right.
Just saying, just saying. All right. Well, again, we're going to wrap this up, guys. Killer Queen has got an appointment she needs to get on to. So I just want to say again, thank you very much, Rachel, for being on the show today. See,
Of course.
it wasn't nearly as scary as you thought, huh?
I didn't say scary. I just said I was really nervous.
There you go. But it wasn't. See, it wasn't difficult.
No, it wasn't difficult at all.
Yeah, and I have a lot. Just so you know, if you're out there listening and you want to be on guests on Fireside Chats, just hit me up on Discord. Shoot me a direct message, and we'll work it out. I'm open to having any D Live streamer on the podcast. We like to keep it positive, right? So and constructive. So if you have some love and some information you'd like to share, by all means, come to Fireside Chats.
Yeah, it's been a great time here.
Awesome. Well, thank
Definitely
you.
a lot of laughs.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I
Yeah.
love this. I love what we're doing here. I love trading information and getting to know D Live streamers
Ooh.
like this. So it's been awesome. Thank you very much for being here. I will upload this to YouTube, and I'll give you a link in Discord once it's done. Feel free to use it or share it however you'd like.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you again. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show. So I'm going to go to a single screen. Well, hold on. Let's go back. She didn't get to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Am I on now?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, aloha for now. I'm going to go to a full screen now. So guys, thanks a lot for being here. Again, I'm author Joe Holt. This is a Fireside Chat. It's a live podcast I do with other D Live streamers. Currently, there are 34 that are available. So if you like these, if you're having a good time watching these, uh, the exclamation point YouTube will give you the link Tidy Lab in chat for Tidy Labs, so you can go watch a bunch more Fireside Chats at your leisure. I'm going to go ahead and open this chest. So if you would like free Lino, there's 1,000 free Lino hitting the airways, and I'm going to take a look and see who we've got online right now. We'll drop them a fat host. We'll give you guys some love. Well, okay, so one of the most beautiful people in the world, Chaotic, is on. She's an incredible soul. She's a D Live streamer. She's also D Live Guardian. Incredible people. So I'm gonna send you over to Chaotic. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope wherever you are on the planet that you're doing well. I send you love and positive energy. You're always welcome back here with author Joe Holt. Smash that follow button if you'd like to know when I'm online. Otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. For now, let's go say hi to Chaotic.